Welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking WWE 2K19 and most specifically improvements for the next installment of the WWE games franchise. Now yesterday 2K confirmed that WWE 2K19 will be released this fall. That is official, and you know, we get this game every single year, so it's kind of to be expected. So I'm not going to waste your time making a 10-minute video talking about that. I'm sure you've seen plenty of those by now.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to talk about what's important, and what is important is improvements. And one area which I think needs to be improved for the next installment is indeed the logo management. Now, if you're a creator, you will find the frustrations of managing your logos in a WWE game, because even though you delete things, they don't necessarily delete the logos. And what I mean by that is, if you go in to your created superstars, created arenas, and you want to delete something, so let's say you delete an arena, that won't get rid of all the logos associated with that arena. Let's say you want to delete a created superstar. You go in, delete that created superstar, but again, it doesn't delete the associated logos. So then you go to the community creations thinking you've freed up some space. You go to download, and then you get greeted with a message that you still need to make some space. That is very frustrating, because I've said this before and I'll say it again. When you play a WWE game, you just want to get involved. You want to get things done. And if you're a creator, you want to get things done quickly. So you want to get in there, get out, get playing the game, and get the content that you need. And things like this don't necessarily help. Now, 2K did introduce the deletion utility. That is an area which is very helpful, because it does let you manage your logos. But something needs to be added here to avoid the fact that when you do delete an arena, a complete arena, or a complete superstar, you're given the option in that instance at that point to clear the logos as well. So if you do delete that arena, it takes all those logos with it. And in all honesty, there are instances where you probably would like to keep the logos, but that's quite rare. That's how I find it anyway. There are times where I think actually that's a cool logo, I might use that again, so hopefully get to keep that. But it doesn't happen that often. So most of the time, if I delete an arena, I kind of want everything to go with it. I don't really want 2K to make the judgment that that is what needs to be done and they take everything away. So I'd prefer an option, me, to be given the decision. And what that needs to happen then is, when you go in to delete your arena, you just get a little pop-up and it says, do you want to delete all associated logos? And I will just say yes. And it takes all the logos with it, it frees up space, and I haven't got to worry about getting a message when I go into the community creations about I'm still out of space, because it's very time consuming. The deletion utility is there, but again, very time consuming, takes up time, and it's just rather frustrating. I feel, again, this goes back to what I talked about with the menu management. It's just a bit all over the place. You have to go here, there, and everywhere to get the outcome, or the desired outcome that you want. And what would be so much easier is just to have the odd option as you go through the menu. So like I said, when you delete something, you're asked, do you want to get rid of all or just the arena itself? And if you don't, then you keep the logos, and if you do, they go with it. It's just very simple and very basic, but I know that this is a pain. I know this firsthand. I see so many people online constantly complain about the fact that they're always out of space. It would be great to have a bigger amount of space to download more logos, to download more superstars, to download more arenas, more slots. That would be great. But to tackle this whole deletion utility thing where, you know, you think you're clearing space but you're really not, it just needs to be made clear at the point when you do delete something that you're going to take the logos with it. And if we do that, then I think it will make things much easier, because I find it so frustrating where I think I've made room and I go into that community creations and I get that message and I'm like, oh damn. And then I'll be honest with you, I spend quite a lot of time going through, and what's a real pain and what's a real, you know, frustrating thing is, because you've deleted that arena, you don't always know what the logos belong to, because it could be something really minor. So you're looking at that logo and you're thinking, what did that come from then? And I know that the deletion utility says things are still in use or not, but that's not the point. Sometimes you're sitting there and you're just scratching your head thinking, what is that? And then if you delete that, then it screws up the whole created superstar anyway, because it makes it corrupt. So, you know, it just needs a little bit more thought, and again, it just needs to be that little bit more user friendly. So I think logo management is a massive, important area for any creator, and if you believe that is the same, then please do make sure you hit that like button, because I think if we get a lot of likes on things like this, it just shows that it's an area which needs to be addressed. So make sure you smash that like button if you want to see improvements to the logo management this year. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. That was the main topic for this video, was the deletion utility and logo management. Definitely needs to be addressed. But as we're on the topic of improvements and particularly, you know, fixing things, this doesn't require its own video, but I wanted to add this into this type of issue that you see right here. Definitely needs to be addressed, and it's not so much the issue because it's a bug, but it's how 2K handle this in WWE 2K19, because at the moment the way that it's being handled is not good enough. This issue came off the back of the last patch. I never had this issue before until the last one, and we're in that time of year now where this game is seen as done and we're focusing on the new one. But that shouldn't be the case. There should still be the support for this game whilst the other one gets underway, because I still play it, you still play it, creators still creating content. It's still a big game and it should last until the next one. It's a yearly game. Incredible. But, you know, this isn't anything to do with the fact that it's a mode and it didn't last you a year. This is just a bug that has happened and is now never ever going to be addressed. And what this is I collected lots of footage. I saved it all to the highlight reel. I go and get the camera angles, go into video, highlight reel. I come in and I just see this. Superstars floating in midair, bugged out, we all float now, like the film It. Now, what is this? And I'm just supposed to deal with it, like Batista would say. So, you know, there's not going to be a fix for this as far as I know. I know it's not me and it's not my console, it's not my version of the game, because other people are experiencing it too. So it's a bug, it's a glitch, so it should be addressed, it should be resolved. It's nothing to do with the user, but it's not going to get touched because of the time of year. So I would like to see a different approach to fixing things. I think that there should be more time still on the current game whilst they focus on the new, because if there was, then people would have a lot more faith going into the new one, because you'd feel like, oh, you know, this is a bug, oh, very frustrating. However, we know that 2K are going to pick it up and fix it for us. Fantastic. So you have that faith there and you think, exciting. Unfortunately, at the moment, you don't get that because you have to deal with this bug and work with it. So I don't know how many times this bug will hit me. I've had times where I've recorded all the footage, it's done it once. Oh my God, I'll do it again. Recorded all the footage, it did it again. Oh my God, I'll do it again, it's gone. Should I have to do that? No, I shouldn't. But this, again, it's an overall thing here. It's not the bug itself. It's just that when something like this arises, it needs to be tackled in a better way. You can't just leave it and think, it's done. Because that's not right. Particularly for people that bought the Seen Enough edition, you know, invested a lot in the game. Need it back. So I thought I'd add that in there as well, because I think that maybe then, you know, the way that patches are structured, yep, you can have your big huge patches that fix a lot of stuff, but along the way it would be great to add a few tweaks there, you know, just to make sure and iron out things like this don't happen. So get involved via the comment section below. Let me know what you think, particularly of the logo deletion utility and having the ability to then remove all logos when you delete an arena or delete a custom superstar. That option should be available to you now. I'd love to see it in WWE 2K19. And also, let me know your ideas on how to fix stuff like this. Like, do you agree with me that these games should be supported now still? It shouldn't just be classed as done at this point. And if so, how would you implement the fixes? Would you have these big huge patch fixes, or would you come up with something else? Want to get your views and opinions on this, and as always, please make sure you rate, comment and subscribe. I know I've wasted more than 10 minutes of your time, but you got to be honest, this was much more productive than just saying the game has been confirmed. So let me know what you think, and as per usual, check out the WWE 2K19 playlist that I have, plenty of content there. And this is Delzinski signing out.
My work here is done. Well, it's never done, but I'm gonna take a break.